What is this magnificent looking box? It's gotta be something of high value. Nice treasure inside of a box like this. We're gonna find out. It looks like a trap. So, how do we get it off of this? We'll use my travel bag that really has nothing in it. Okay. For all my techies and gamers, I gotta bring this back to the lab to try it out and see what we're getting in here. All right. 1, 2. Got techies and gamers. All right, so let's get this back to the lab and see what of value we got in a box like what? Oh, God. All right, techies and gamers, I got it. Let's unbox and see what we get in this box. All right, techies and gamers, here we are with the Xtuga X-4 USB condenser microphone, and this is actually how it comes packaged with this nice little sleeve you see you got going on here. So pretty cool, but we're gonna open this up and see what we get in this box and what exactly is in here and why. Did they choose to box it like this? I don't know, but let's just open this up for all my techies and gamers out there. Take off the sleeve and you got this awesome, you take off the sleeve and you got this, sleeve is coming back to me. My Lord, why would they choose to box a mic that is 99 bucks into a box that's 200 bucks? What? Let's open up the suitcase and see what we got from our tomb. Instructions for your microphone, the X4. The case itself, thick, hard, super duper protective styrofoam here. Just look at the way they case this in case you wanted to know what. Let's take it out of its tomb cast. Whoa, this is metal. How heavy is this? God. Okay, so I just want everyone in the world right now to know this is the heaviest mic that I've actually unboxed. Heavier than the PD300X, 400X. I can feel the metalness of this microphone. That's the weight of this mic. I'll probably weigh it later. So this is what it is. And wow, cold metal to the touch from top to bottom. Looks plastic, but it's not. It's fully metallic and it's not small. Lord have mercy. You get 2 separate cables. You get a USB-C to USB-A and a USB-C to USB-C. Both are in fact lanyard cables. Yes, nice quality cables here. Look at the quality in your disgusting face. Wow, that is pretty cool. About a 6 foot, close to a 6 foot cable. Nice cables, nice microphone so far, and super duper nice case. Typically I just throw my boxes away, but I don't think I'm gonna find it in my heart to be able to throw this out. Okay, they definitely went to lengths to make this look like a treasure. So I'm gonna keep this. Let's look at this microphone. God! On the front of that microphone, we got ourselves a nice monitor volume button as well as a microphone gain button there, which they do both seem to come to a halt when it comes to max and minimum. Nothing's plastic, just know that. The buttons are plastic, but that is about it. On the other side of this particular microphone, you're going to see the 4 audio pickup modes. That's right, we have the bidirectional, cardioid, omni, and then you have stereo mode. On the bottom of the microphone, we got ourselves a Type-C USB port there, a 3/8 inch port as well for mounting onto your boom arm, as well as an audio headphone monitoring. And then you have a aux out. Aux out, what? So you mean to tell me you can actually aux audio directly out into an external device? Like a speaker? Wow, this thing is huge in comparison to the 400X and heavier. There are a bunch of little rubber feet that scale the circumference of the diameters. What? I think this actually spins 360 on this little stand. All you have to do is loosen up these 2 little ends and you will get a 360 degrees rotation on this. All right, so let's go ahead and plug this USB microphone in and see what we're working with in terms of audio. And I'm gonna listen live so that way we can all see what we're getting for our 99 bucks, which comes in a little bit cheaper than the PD400X, but 400X has a lot of features and different EQ settings, presets it has on the microphone, and it also has a software to just really go crazy and customize. All right, where's my USB cable? Oh, right here. Let's get it plugged in. Quick disclaimer, although this video is in fact sponsored by Xtuga, shouts out to Xtuga for sponsoring this video, I will be providing my honest review of this device, let you know what's good about it, what could use improvement. So most devices out there are just like that. Nothing's perfect, no matter how much it costs. $100, $500, there's always something that's just gonna be a little bit of a drawback. And maybe there isn't. It really depends upon your needs, really. It can be a cheap $30 microphone and it can fulfill your needs perfectly for what you do. All right, techies and gamers, here we are with the Xtuga X-4 microphone USB audio. What do you think of this audio quality in your face? It sounds pretty good in this particular mode that you see here, which is the cardioid mode. So it looks like the direction you speak into it is the side for cardioid anyway, is the side with your volume buttons, right? For your headphones and your mic. As far as the audio quality is concerned, I think it sounds pretty good. I feel like I sound a little nasally, but I am a little bit just coming out from being under the weather. But it's clear and crispy. Yep, I can hear those high ends and midtones is kind of bumped up a little bit of bass too. So, okay, sounding pretty good here. And this is just live monitoring to the port. It can sound very different when you're actually recording it through your PC, for example. So I'm just gonna listen to it in live monitoring, which is in super duper real time. I don't see why not. And it sounds nice and loud. You can monitor and you'll be fine, even though it's a little confusing when you listen to yourself talking. Definitely getting a lot of that crinkliness. You can hear it when I smack my mouth. What? This is close proximity with the Xtuga X-4 microphone USB condenser with that's right, 4 audio modes. Pretty sweet. There's no wind guard, but there is some kind of wind screening technology you can actually visually see here on the microphone. So, Peter Pepper picked the Pepsi Pop. Woo! Plosives magnet. So be careful with your P's and your plosives because you will clip and distort left and right at this range. But if I turn it over to the side, Peter Pepper picked a pack of Pepsis, popped them, put them into a pitcher, and you'll be fine. Wow, I just got a lot of head pressure in my head. Sibilance definitely has that high range, that high frequency pickup. Caesar ate a salad by the seashore with Susan in a sauna. Caesar ate a seashore, with Superman in a sauna by the bedside. Plosives, Sibilance, you definitely don't want to be talking too much directly into it. Has a nice big rubbery mute button there. Let's just toggle that on and off to see how loud it is, because some of these can be very clicky. Press it again. You can definitely hear that. So when it's on mute, it flashes blue instead of turning like red or something. So let's click that again. You can definitely hear like a metallic click when you go into mute. Louder when you go in and softer when you come off mute. So that's the mute button. Take it or leave it. So let's go ahead and switch over and try some of these other modes that we got going on here on the back. And as you can see, we got it on this particular cardioid mode. So it's just going to be talking into this direction. Let's maybe pick it up from this direction. So if I turn the microphone, this is the off-axis rejection or sound you're going to get. And talking into the back, you won't get much because it's not in that particular mode. Okay, so that's the off-axis, the way it sounds. And let's make a switch here to the one over here on the far left, right? I don't know which I'm facing. Now, this sounds like it is in stereo. So it has those like 2 little bubbles for left and right, left and right. And right now I can only hear it in one ear. Yep, so I presume the other side is right here on this side. So now I hear it on my other ear. I don't really have a use for that kind of stereo usage unless I want stereo in my audio to create this kind of effect where I'm moving from left to right. Then probably for you fantastic producers out there, at least better producers than I have with my little intro. I hear a little pop when I make the switch. Do you hear it? A little bit, not so much. Okay, it was just that one time. It kind of doesn't pop anymore. All right, now to the next one, which is omnidirectional. Omnidirectional, so this is going to pick up from every direction, no matter which way you have the microphone facing. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spinning the microphone in a 360 fashion, and it doesn't matter because you mute it, and then it's going to sound the same from every direction. So it doesn't matter where you're facing. I can kind of just move around the microphone. So if I go this way and if I go that way, it's still going to pick me up. So pretty good for picking you up from any direction, no matter which way you're facing. Keeps the audio levels kind of even, but you kind of take a little bit of a hit in terms of like quality because of the way it kind of just opens up versus listening to cardioid like this directly. Now you're killing off some of that noise that's over there, but if I switch back to it, it picks it up because it opens up all sides of the microphone, right? And then if we go over to the last mode, so this mode is called bidirectional. Once you get to the back, you can hear both sides, but if I go to the middle, I can only hear one side of the microphone, and it seems to be picking up only my left, even though the right is in fact turned on. But once I turn it to the front, both play again, and then if I turn it like this, is on this side. So pretty cool. It's a little bit different from stereo, because once I go to the other side in stereo, I only hear it on one side of my ear. So if there are two people talking here, one from that side, it will get the audio in both ears, and from this side you would get the audio in both ears. So it's bidirectional versus stereo, where this side is only one ear, the other side is the other ear. So make sure you make that distinction there. Let's see what this sounds like with a little bit of noise suppression. So kill out some of that background noise, right? And we're going to do that in 3, 2, 1. Nice and quiet in the room. And this is a much more clean audio quality or sound you're going to get with this particular microphone. Now, be careful when you talk in proximity, because those plosives are going to be picked up quite pronounced. Yes. And if I sit back a little bit, you can get a lot more ambience, and it has pretty decent pickup as well. So yeah, pretty nice microphone. Final thoughts on the Xtuga X-4. Let's just talk about the build quality. The build quality is fantastic. Super metallic, heavy metal build microphone. Super heavy, so make sure you get an arm that supports the weight for this. Otherwise, you're gonna find that your arm is sagging and it won't be able to hold it. Good buttons, nice construction, nice shape, looks cool, right? No flashy RGB, so it looks more professional. Nice broadcast sounding microphone. $100. You get a lot going on here with your 4 Polaroid cameras. With your 4 audio modes that you got going on here, whether you're using cardioid, bidirectional, stereo, or omnidirectional. There's a lot of options here built into the microphone. So pretty cool for podcasting, for interviewing people sitting on different sides of a table, for example. You could just use one microphone instead of buying 5. The volume on the microphone is pretty good as far as the gain, the input gain. It's picking up my voice quite nicely. It's actually a little bit louder when I hear it in playback. Yes, so the monitoring is loud, but then you put in playback, you hear a little bit more, a little louder on that. Plosives is pretty harsh. You might need a little independent windscreen if you're gonna put it on your desktop, to put in front one of those circular trampoline style windscreen. The audio isn't as, I guess, bright and open as maybe somebody might want it to be, but for desktop microphones, interview, podcasting, definitely Zoom. That's just whatever. For gaming is really good. Okay, so that is gonna surpass all your expectations for all of those purposes. For singing and voiceovers, you may not want to go in this direction as a cardioid, maybe with some EQ on the fly, with some on the fly software to actually process your EQ, then you can do that. And I think the only one real big con with this microphone, if I had to take a big point away from it, it's not really the audio. The audio's good. It's really when you're mounting onto a boom arm and you have a header like the one I have here, and it's a little bit, I guess, it kind of comes out like a cone like that. What happens is it ends up blocking your USB-C port on the bottom of this mic. It's placed too closely to your 3/8 1/4" mount there, the little hole in the center. So when you mount it, you can't get your USB-C into it on your boom arm. So be sure not to get this type of mounting header here with the ball header, and it comes out like a cone and it's kind of wide. It's gonna block it. All right, Techers Gamers, that's all I got for you. If you're interested in the microphone, links are in the description. Shouts out to Xtuga for providing this microphone so that I can put you onto some new technology, right? And give you a little bit of a discount. I think they're giving me a discount. I hope so. I'm gonna let them know. Send me a coupon code for a pretty decent, bulky, ironclad weapon of a microphone for your content creation, YouTube streaming, videos, gaming. What? Getting a lot of control.